Shalom, giving all praise and glory unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Kakadash, and double honors to the elder apostles, elder bishops, and brothers on Dome of Great Millstone. Salutations to the free leg. This is the brother I Banyamian here to share another lesson. And the inspiration for this lesson came, from a conversation that I was having with a co-worker a while ago. Plus, memory dating back, to 10 plus years, about the control and monitoring that is done by the powers that be and using the government to spy upon the people. And with everything going, digital, the monetary system and stuff, how they would be monitoring, your carbon footprint, and different transactions. Conversation I was having with Makoka, he was telling me, but you already know that the company that we work for is going to be having driver facing cameras and stuff, which a lot of companies in the industry already have. And he was uncomfortable with it, which a lot of the older drivers that I know, for some reason, they are uncomfortable with it, but the younger drivers is just another device to them. It goes over their head, and I was explaining to him, that they use these things to monitor and control individuals. All right, it doesn't matter if you're hiding anything or not, because a lot of people would say, I got nothing to hide, so they could watch. It's none of their business, what I'm saying? And when I was talking to him, it took me back in my mind to when over there in Britain, when they started putting up all those cameras all over the UK, and you had a small remnant of people that was protesting the implementation about these cameras and stuff, right? And the majority of people, they were saying, because I was watching the interviews and stuff back then, they were saying that we got nothing to hide, so there's no problem for them to put up all those cameras, you understand? But Esau does not do one thing only. He plays many moves. He plays moves ahead, what I'm saying? So he uses these things to not only to catch criminals, but to monitor, to study the people, because the scripture said that he performed a diligent search, right? You understand? So these things are being used to monitor and to help, and as an instrument to help control individuals using the digital monetary system, the MOTB, that is coming, right, through the the blockchain system. So going back to the conversation that I was having, with my coworker, he's saying that a lot of drivers are uncomfortable with it, but they are also willing to stay there with that measure of control. And I was explaining to him that it's going to get even worse than that. The measure of monitoring and control is going to be more invasive, more severe as time go on. So I was telling him that you got to be ready to walk away. Like, where is your limit? What I'm saying? Because if you have no limit, anything that these people put out, that you will accept, especially leading up to the MOTB. You understand? So they have always been grooming people with different monitoring strategies and stuff. That with every step, every more invasive step, is like people are used to the monitoring, that they wouldn't say anything, they wouldn't budge or move against it. What I'm saying? So, and this is why a lot of people, the majority of people, is gonna see the MOTB as something good, because they have been broken down psychologically for generation. People, people for generation have been broken down psychologically and stuff, and there's no spirituality in society anymore. So people will accept, anything. You know what I mean? So I was like, in my mind, man, when these things happen, you know what I mean, I want to leave, you know what I mean, and trust the Most High, you know what I'm saying, to provide something for me, because I feel very uncomfortable about being watched on camera and stuff anyway, you know what I'm saying. And the money is not worth it, man, you know what I mean, especially when it comes down to the time of accepting the MOTB. We're gonna have to walk away from things and make that choice anyway. Look at what happened with the shot. A lot of people had to make that decision to hold their jobs and take the shot, 3-4 shots, and then get sick and die, you know what I mean, or walk away and lose that particular job for a time and for a season. And as you'll see, things die down a little bit, where people were able to either go back on that same job or find something, better, you know what I'm saying. So it's coming a time where we're gonna have to let all this stuff go, man, which a lot of people is not gonna be willing to do. They're gonna accept it, and go on. At least that was the energy he was giving me, that he knew that them putting up the more surveillance and stuff to monitor drivers is going to be uncomfortable for them, but he is willing to accept it, you know what I'm saying, because he's getting a paycheck, you know what I'm saying. So I'm gonna just offer up this one script here based on what I was thinking, and stuff about in the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, and verse 4. It says, riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death. You know what I mean? So, we gotta trust in the Lord to provide for us, because the money's already being devalued anyway. Like I was telling one of the brothers, after camp, when I met up with him, that the money is being devalued, but the expenditure and effort, the work that you have to put in, is increasing for the measly change that they give you. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna further stifle people. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna further tighten that grip around their neck. In accepting being recompensed less for greater work. You know what I'm saying? So this is why people are gonna jump at the MOTB when it's time, because they're gonna see no way out. You know what I'm saying? So we need to trust the Most High, you know what I mean, for all our needs, man. The Most High, you know what I mean, he's gonna make sure that we put our 100% trust in him, because there will be no safe haven or no refuge, you know what I mean, without, his help, you know what I'm saying. So I just wanted to share the script here, Lord willing, it was edifying to the elect that, you know what I mean, at some point we're going to have to walk away from these things, and that we need to have a limit of what we are willing to accept in this place, you know what I'm saying. So Lord willing, this was encouraging to help increase faith to the elect. Until next time, shalom.